Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of ProducTVtalk. I'm Dario, your host. Although today I'm actually a guest. I'm a guest of our special guest, Ben Maxwell. We are in his office here in Silicon Valley. You may think that Silicon Valley is usually technology, and you may have been expecting, a big technology professional interview today. But Silicon Valley is also a lot of nice nature and a lot of sports. And here we have Ben, who is a professional soccer trainer who trains talented player from your friend's kid to really Major League Soccer superstars.
Right.
And if you're interested in learning more about Ben and all the camps that he runs with, for a lot of the kids here in the Bay Area, check the description below. You'll see all the relevant links. And don't forget to subscribe, because today we're going to have a nice conversation and we're going to have more of those. So you might want to hit the bell and stay tuned. Ben.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here and hopefully share some tips with you guys and have a good conversation.
Fantastic. So let's go straight to question number 1. What does productivity mean for you?
Productivity for me is getting things done in a quality and efficient manner, whether it be running training sessions on the field and being out on the grass with the kids, or being in the office, responding to emails, setting up meetings, building training programs. For me, it's about getting things done quickly, but it's also about getting things done as efficiently as possible.
What are the biggest productivity hurdles that you face every day?
For me, as a first-time business owner and a first-time entrepreneur who's transitioning from being on the soccer field 7 days a week to now being in the office, is certainly the work-life balance. Whereas I'm dealing with other professionals and parents who work in various tech industries across Silicon Valley, and they're dealing with their own jobs, so they want to communicate with the soccer coach outside of their own business hours, but what they don't realize is that it's also outside of my business hours. So trying to spend time with my family, with my wife and children, but also trying to build a brand that's reputable for responding and doing things properly, it certainly comes with its challenges.
So how much of your communications, you told me you have to talk a lot with your customers.
Yes.
And how much of that communication is scheduled versus impromptu calls that you receive?
The big stuff that we do, we have a fantastic soccer camp contract with Nike Sports Camps. So when we want to talk about running our camps, we'll run around 40 camps this summer up and down the California coast. Those are big calls. Those are scheduled online meetings where everybody needs to be there, and as we get closer to the time it's the same time and every week. But a lot of the smaller stuff, which is maybe a parent is unsure of where the location of their practice is, or they want to ask a question about who's going to be coaching their kid tonight, those are all impromptu, because these parents also have full-time jobs like you and I, and then, as you know, you then deal with your kid stuff where you have a spare 5 minutes. But the chances of their spare 5 minutes coming at the same time as my spare 5 minutes, a lot of the times is unlikely, so a lot of the time it's inconsistent.
What kind of productivity tips do you feel giving to our friends?
For me, what works the best is doing the big things early in the morning. So the big meetings, the big phone calls, the big projects, and try to get that done early when I'm fresh and I'm ready to go for the day, and do the smaller stuff as the day goes on. Something could be as small as a player has practice in the evening and they don't know, they've lost their receipt, they don't know what field it's at. I can respond to that later in the day, whereas building out these programs for the kids and meetings with the coaches, I usually do that early in the day. So I tackle the big stuff first. Thank you very much for your productivity tip, Ben. Of course.
It's been a pleasure being your guest in your wonderful office here in Saratoga, Silicon Valley. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. We're going to do more of these, and we're going to learn more productivity tips from other smart professionals we're going to be interviewing. Ben, few last words for our audience?
No, thank you for having me. It's been great talking to you, and I hope it all goes well.
Thank you.